because I have read your question and your description about your daughter. Listen carefully and also give this message to your daughter. I will talk later whenever I have time. I think as soon as possible I will respond to your question. At the moment I am not talking, and since at least many months I am in silence and respond only very occasionally. I have read it carefully. Life is not one-sided. I would like to throw the light on the brain, human brain, and its enormous infinitive capacity. And if you live only in one direction, then the other capacities of brain which are paralyzed, you don't live this capacity. You live only one capacity where you get admired, where you get rewards, good marks, first class, doctor, PhD, where you can show your intellectual capacity. Hence, the other capacities do not flower, and the result consequence is depressions. Because life is not what you think. Life demands from you holistic approach. All direction has to be touched, explored, lived, and understood. You understand what I'm saying? Creation is not painting. Painting is just throwing the colors on the canvas. What the creation comes when your brain, your mind is totally empty. There's no particle of thought. Then creation takes place. You have false values which you give for creations. Creating some paintings, writing poetry is a small affair, and the product of thought, which is limited. But the poetry which springs from that empty mind, beyond the time, that poetry is quite different. So I will respond to the question and go into it very deeply. And listening is very important because listening can heal forever. Otherwise, the broken brain cells cannot be healed because man has come at that point where there is no return through false living, false values, and destroying the body, mind, and energy. So most people destroy their body, but they are very good in examination, but they don't know how to eat sensitive food, intelligent food, and take care of body. But if they face the exams, they can secure very good marks. And this is all has costed human minds immensely, and humans all over the world depression has increased. I just talked to Ishana. I wrote her that recently this week, one person who is also very intelligent, software engineer, and he topped the university, and he came just on Friday, and his father is the sheriff, police commissioner here, police sheriff, and he landed in psychiatry and sensitive, very sensitive, as your daughter. Mostly sensitive people are victim of depression because they are good people. Stupid people don't get depressions because they have the wall around them. They think that their life is superficial. But they also pay a heavy things. One day all things explode, then it's too late. But what I want to tell you that the more sensitive you are, the more you are offer of depressions. And I would like to throw the light what depression is, why it takes place, what are the causes, and how to end it. And if you and your daughter and all can listen it during my talk, it can heal forever because listening is the same time process of healings. You don't have to do anything because you do not listen. One thing is that the man has forgotten to listen. Listening is the only medicine which can heal all your wounds, all your depressions. I will come back and talk in deeply. I want to tell lots of things right now, but I told you that moment I'm not talking because I'm talking now in silence. And I know it is very difficult to capture it, but I'm talking now for the whole universe in silence, without language, without thought, without feelings. And this is the teaching which will affect all beings, all beings. So take it serious. Don't waste your time. Otherwise, you can see what is the situation of the world, and it is going to increase even more. And read all the time my message Shana puts on the platform. Contemplate, change, and be responsible, not only for your daughter, but all the daughters and sons on this world are yours. If one daughter, if one son, if one child is suffering in any corner of the world, then your children, the other children, and the other humanity cannot be in peace, cannot be happy. Because happiness is for all, for everybody, not for one person. You only realize when your child is victim. So long everything is goes good, you do not realize it. The moment something wrong happens to your family, then you cry. But you never cry for other children. This is this is what I always say. This is self-centered activity. You live self-centered, and this is the point. Namaste.